Hello, once again. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. What's good, everyone? Salute to each and every one of you that's in the chat. WCS supporters. One team, one fight as always. Salute to everyone. It's 2021, man. We in March, halfway through this camp. So you're probably looking at my thumbnail like, well, we already know what this is about. But let me show you the full one, because we have to address it. Point blank, period. We have to address the situation at hand. There's various topics, but I'm gonna start off with, the WBC, World Heavyweight Champ Deontay Wilder. This is my full thumbnail. Something simple, straight to the point. We're gonna get on Regis and Tank, and last we're gonna talk about the controversy that's going around with Aljamain Sterling and my comparison to what his decision was vice another fighter who chose not to make the decision he did. But first and foremost, I want to take you back on the road once upon a time, where there's a heavyweight champion that was on deck. He was undefeated, knocking motherfuckers out, right? So just so happened last February, he lost, okay? He came up short, very controversial and everything. So therefore, as I always, put my compass out here, I try to explain to people the best way I know how. And I'm saying to myself, like, I was very upset, at the point where there was a lack of respect when it came down to somebody who was doing just about what Mike Tyson was doing, but a different era. They was built different. They was in a different era. They was doing it different too. Mike Tyson had more of a boxing motherfucking composition to people. Somehow they was able to relate to Mike Tyson more. But yet Deontay Wilder was doing the exact same thing. But he looked like, I can say this because I was in the airport when somebody asked me. They say he looked like a basketball player, right? So he loses. Per the controversy, of course. He was still fighting. Don't get it twisted. He was still fighting to the stoppage. So, so many people was wondering and awaiting Deontay Wilder to return and let his voice be heard. And me, World Combat Sports is like, damn, you should have been wanting him to talk when he was actually in the ring. He was active before the pandemic when he was undefeated. He needed this type of interest and attention from his fans. You know what I'm saying? This is what we wanted. We wanted your interest as he was undefeated, so you can goddamn give him that extra energy to walk to the ring and say, okay, this is our American heavyweight champ out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Let's support him as much as we possibly can. It wasn't like that. Andrew Charles in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Dion Washington in the building. What's good? L-Dub in the building. Salute everyone that's on deck. So not to retread, but I will slightly. We was actually looking for the support when he was actually winning. Like, for somebody to be undefeated with 42 victories, you ask yourself, damn, what more do they need to do? But to the American public, to some, he wasn't doing enough, obviously, because there was a lot of whining and complaining and bickering going on. It was a lot of motherfuckers up here freaking agitated that they really couldn't understand how somebody can punch the taste out your mouth. They just couldn't understand how somebody can look like they play for the NBA, but they're motherfucking punch the consciousness out of your body. So since he's been out the sport, it's been a I wouldn't say a drawn out process, but a process of litigation. You know what I'm saying? It's been a thorough process where the champ is in legal proceedings, arbitration, so to speak, to try to get this whole deal with the trilogy cleared up. I know a lot of you out there, it's been tough for you, going to the store and getting those extra thick pads to dab it dry. Those of you that were saying, that he's gone, he's out of the sport, he's no longer fighting. We got to get ready for Fury Joshua. And all this time, we've been waiting and waiting for the official announcement, and it hasn't happened yet. Even Tyson Fury is voicing his displeasure. Tyson Fury is frustrated. And I'm like, fuck you, be frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Keep on sitting up here whining like a baby. Tyson Fury is even frustrated that he's been unable to fight since February 22nd, 2020. So this is what I've been dealing with, right? The people don't hesitate to, get in contact with certain individuals that support the champ. He put out a picture, as you see, right? And he's just sitting back chilling, man. Look like, he's probably having a moment where he's saying, damn, I'm having a good day. Today was a good day. Like Cube said, today was a good day. He got some wine there. He took his jewelry off. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not even 5% of his jewelry and shit. And he got a motherfucking, he got a for your ass on the motherfucking damn coffee table. It looked like a 40 millimeter. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a 40 caliber. For real. It looks something to that extent. But anyway, it looked like it'll do damage. So what people are saying, like, damn, now the champ is drinking. We hope he get mentally ready to return to the ring sometime soon. They don't mean that shit, because they would have said that first. They would have said, man, I just can't wait for the champ to get back in the ring, and so we can see him fight. They want to talk about all the necessities that's surrounding that table, that itty bitty square, y'all. Come on. This is how petty it's become. This is how extremely petty that it's become. For somebody who at first wasn't saying nothing to the public, he finally speaks, you got a problem with it. So periodically here and there, he's putting out little crumbs for the public to let you know I'm chilling, I'm good. But I still hear people saying, look at him. He's trying to fake like he ain't depressed and mentally broken. He's drinking. He's doing the same thing Tyson Fury was doing. And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck are these motherfuckers talking about? He don't look like, I don't see no line of cocaine in that motherfucker. Seriously. I don't see where, he has anything less than an expression of joy and happiness. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk, man. I'm telling you, man, there's been some people on Facebook saying some crazy shit about him having a pistol there, man. That's how desperate people are for, as if their words are gonna stop what's going on already with his court proceedings. They act like the more, how you put it, denigrating comments or derogatory aspersions that they can come up with, it's gonna have an effect on the judge or whoever that judge may be in making the decision on this trilogy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the crazy part about it. They take an alcohol wine and in the presence of a black man with a pistol, and the potential for violence ramps up 1,000%. Oh my God. Somebody get a unit outside his house. He's drinking with a pistol next to him. What the fuck? The champ is suicidal. He's depressed. He's mentally broken. Somebody call up Dan Pugmire. He needs to see this story. This is an exclusive. They do that to us. You know what I'm saying? You just can't post shit up here with alcohol and a pistol. You can't even post shit with weapons outside of a range and convince people that you're just doing it for weapon safety. They see a motherfucker drinking wine and just chilling, no gut. You know what I'm saying? He ain't looking like Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? He ain't looking like Andy Konoski. Man got a six pack, look in shape. He look like he just chilling on a white couch. And people up here just losing their mind, man. That's how much you know somebody's very important, but people just don't want to admit to it. This is how you know the sidebar conversations when they're socializing and having some drinks on Thursday and Friday leading to the weekend, and they boxing fans, they talking about this shit. That's how you know. That's how they know where boxing is right now. The one person that was making that shit go round and round is out of the sport right now. And some of these motherfuckers, they probably saying to themselves, damn, we actually missed the bronze bomber being here. We actually miss a bomb squad, a 2, a 5, a 6, a 7. Just give us one, champ. Just give us one motherfucking bomb squad, champ. That shit is gone. Now what you got? You don't have shit. You don't really have no one that gave you that impact like the champ did when he was in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't really been that stamp of approval that we're looking for. I'm not saying it's not individuals that's coming up. I'm just saying an imposing figure like Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Deontay has only taken a small amount of times to speak to the public, which in my opinion, is just only looking for information so they can tear it apart and put it and regurgitate it back out to whoever in an article and totally misinform the public. It's good he only comes out periodically with a picture. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good. That's good he only allowing himself to speak to one YouTube channel that's been with him since day one. That's good. Make these motherfuckers wait. Make them be pissed off. God, why not my channel? These motherfuckers are goddamn jealous. They envious. They mad. They really want the champ to come to their channel so they can say, well, I'm getting Deontay Wilder. Oh shit, let me make a good ass thumbnail. Let me put that shit up and let me hope for the views. But it's not happening. And if you ever listen to my live, I say, man, he don't owe the public anything. You know, basically what he did in the ring is enough. You know, you blessed us with your presence. You blessed us as a knockout artist. You blessed us being an individual that's innately gifted. And not every boxer can say that they have. You know what I'm saying? You compete in the heavyweight division where you one of the lightest fighters, but the hardest hitting punchers. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes out that you took a picture with some wine and shit, and you know, and your pistol, as a black man, people are gonna come up with all these little puzzle pieces and say, man, he's still depressed. Look at him. He's drinking his life away. Look at him. He has a gun nearby. There's some people out there that are saying some fucked up shit, dog. For real. How can people want you to, you know, harm yourself all from losing from a constituent that's in the same weight division? How can they say I want him to do something bad to himself because, you know, he's been out the sport. He's holding up the sport. We want freaking Fury Joshua. He's holding it up. So you blame him for being undefeated. You blame him for making excuses on fight night where he came out on the bad end of the stick. He took punishment and he lost his title, right? You blame him for firing Mark Breland amongst everything else, right? So then you blame him for not saying nothing for months. Then once he does say something and speak to 78, y'all blame him for talking to just one outlet and not y'all. And then every picture he put out, like just say for instance, when I took a picture when he was with his wife down at the local mall here in the A, right? You had people like it periodically, and then the other ones just let it go. They didn't have too much to say. But then you put a picture up like this, it's a little bit more different, for the viewing public. They look at it like, damn, we get to see the champ socializing. But at this point in time, with what's going on in court and how anxious people are, they're gonna just take those maybe 6 components, 7 components that's on that table, from the wine bottle to the bottle on the right, to the glass. I'm thinking that's a candle, whatever. To his jewelry, his ring, and his watch, and his pistol. They're gonna turn this shit into a motherfucking horror show. They're gonna turn this into First 40 fucking 8. They're gonna turn this into America's Most Wanted. Because they've proven to the world how important, the king really is when he's even off the throne. He is improving, that you really, when he comes back, a lot of motherfuckers gonna be yearning for him to win another title or to win his title, so you can go see him fight. That's all. That's all that is. So I'm asking you to do this. If you're gonna support him, support him. If not, just stay on the sideline, man, and continue to talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? If he comes back, whoever he fights, support him. Just do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on both sides of the fence, man. Aaron Jones, what's good? What's good? Desert Eagle. If that's a Desert Eagle in black, okay. My vision is not that good to see if it's a Desert Eagle. I know it got some weight on that motherfucker though. I know that front entry, which is an exit. That motherfucker look like it holds a nice little caliber up in that joint, man. I probably guarantee you one in the head too. Shit. Underrated darkness of building. Salute to you. Good evening to you in the chat. Salute to you, my brother. What's good? FW exactly. Ruse Fox. I saw this picture before, but just saw that Glock. Oh, so that's a Glock. What Glock is it? From looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Glock person, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure which Glock that would be. Andrew Radford, salute. Wilder, the king of boxing. You know what it is. 21 strong. What up, WCS? What's good with you? Hope Champ does few more bomb squads. Hey man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we all hoping. Because I've been in person where he's did bomb squads and people jump. In broad daylight. He do a bomb squad, motherfucking tighten up, huh? Oh shit. I thought somebody was getting mugged out there. God, stop it. And then they be the main one at the end of the champ. If you don't mind, can we get a picture with you? And one more bomb squad, please. I'm telling you, man, they wanted that bomb squad. Coach Chris in the building, man. Salute to you. He said, wow, he's looking real depressed. I know, man. The man got a smile on his face, chilling, man, reaping the fruits of his labor on a white couch, dog. On a white couch, just chilling. No gut, no out of shape, no putting on freaking 300, sitting at about 350, 400 pounds. None of that shit. Coach Chris said, must be hard. Rich as shit. Fine ass wifey, respect of your peers. Guarantee that $400, $500 bottle of wine. For real, man. So that's the type of bottle I couldn't even get with my stimulus. I said, I don't even want to waste no money on that shit because it's going to be gone. And then I'm going to be left like, damn, do I get another stimulus too? Is there any type of other reimbursements on the way? Please, somebody tell me because I just spent my shit on a bottle of wine. I might inbox Deontay. Hey, you still got a little bit more left in that bottle? Shit. Because I went and bought one and I'm looking for how I'm going to make my money back. Fox said the thing is if Champ fights against Fury or Joshua and wins, all those haters would turn into this fake fans and say there wasn't putting him down for losing. The one thing about that, Fox, is you're going to have individuals reciprocate that behavior anyway. It's going to be individuals that absolutely was wishing for his downfall before he even lost. Those same individuals when he lost was talking shit, but Deontay come back to the game and he's able to win his title, or whatever happens during arbitration, he gets his title. He assumes that driver's seat once again. Then people are going to start looking for other potential opponents that they deem these opponents tough for Deontay Wilder. It's already out there. They want to see him. He already said he'll fight Andy Ruiz. All right. So Andy Ruiz, he has a fight going up. Check this out, people. PPV, Chris Arreola. So y'all better get y'all money saved up. I know y'all waiting on that Andy Ruiz, Chris Arreola. Come on now, Taco Tuesday. I know you waiting on that shit. But anyway, Deontay get his belt back. You're gonna hear names like Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, Philippe Herkovic. I really want him to fight people that's been talking shit for a while, right? So for one, I'm not sure Dillian White is going to get past Alexander Povetkin, but I really want Deontay to fight Dillian White because that's an easy knockout, and he can be 44-1. You know what I'm saying? He can be 44-1 because he would already finish somebody in between and then knocked out Dillian White. So that puts him at 44-1, right? And then for his 45th victory, I want him to go and knock the fuck out of Philippe Herkovic because I'm tired of people boosting the head up of this dude. I'm tired of it. This dude is slow as hell, and I don't think his chin is going to be able to register once that glove touches it a couple of times. Rock Chip. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? The Man of Stone? Hey, Rock Chip all the time, especially when you got a jackhammer hitting that bitch. So I want him to fight Philippe Herkovic. Andy Ruiz first, though, if he's available. Dillian White, Philippe Herkovic. I'm not saying Anthony Joshua, because I know Anthony Joshua is going to do anything and everything, to stay in Eddie Hearn's garage once Deontay Wilder makes it back to the ring. Oh, Eddie, please let me know. He's not back in the ring. They let him back in the ring, Eddie. He has the WBC title? Oh, my goodness, Eddie. My word, what do we do, Eddie? I'm not trying to face him. This is what we can do, Eddie. I'm allow Alexander Usyk. I'm going to drop my belt to Usyk, and that's going to, leave me with a couple of belts. But maybe he can go after Usyk. I'm going to drop that title so he can fight for it. But I really don't want no piece of the Bronze Bomber in my entire boxing career, Eddie. Do something, Eddie. Just do something. I don't want that guy nowhere near me. He's upset already from Fury. Yeah, man. I really will hope before he retires that he's able to go in there and fight Joshua, period. Joshua's 30 years old right now. I want to see him fight Joshua, man. That is a fight I want to see. So we can dead all this shit. So we can just dead all the doubt that people have been having for quite some times. Even back in 2018 when they was up there negotiating and the offer was put out there. Joshua wanted to get his ass on here and talking about, give me 50 million, not fight tomorrow, when he didn't have permission from Daddy Eddie. Then they wanted to come out with a fake ass WBA mandatory, talking about he had to be signed within a week. Man, that week came and went and nothing happened. They just put that shit out there because they was trying to push a Wembley fight deal. He only fought Alexander Povetkin once. And then the April 13th date went by the wayside. Waste of freaking time. But shout out to the Bronze Bomber, man. You earned it. Chill, relax, kick back, and we want to see you come back, return to the sport, and cause mass havoc and destruction. That's all we want. That's all we want. Got Fury running from him like a biatch. For real, man. Fury's out here whining and complaining about the time that it's taking for, him to get back in the ring. Nah, motherfucker. The rest of y'all that was out here just talking all that shit like, oh, man, you heard? Joshua Fury agreed on a 2-fight deal. Well, we haven't seen anything official on BoxRec. It hasn't been any promo except outside of the U.S. media outlets that's been talking about it. It hasn't been U.S. Media outlets speaking on this Joshua Fury as if it's already official. It's been most of the UK media. They want it so freaking bad, man. They want it so bad, but thanks to the Deontay Wilder for standing on this motherfucking square, 10 toes motherfucking down. Thank you for not just letting this shit go off without a hitch. And people up here saying, oh, Deontay Wilder saying he's taking 32 million step aside. We should have the fight with Fury and Joshua by March. Well, that's not true. Well, maybe by June or July. That's not true. Because something needs to happen this month in order for you to get in training camp. Because, you know, the way Fury is looking right now, I'm just laughing. I say the longer Fury has to wait, the more he's susceptible for going back to the old Fury. You know what I'm saying? He going back to the old Fury. Eating half of pigs during the week. Motherfucking drinking, partying, hanging out at the local pub. He's telling people, hey, if I did it the first time, I could do it the second time. I'm only 100 pounds over. I can get back down there. If I could do it once, I could do it again. Don't worry about me. Give me 2 whiskeys, please. That's Tyson Fury. He doesn't fucking care. I hope he come in so 295, 300. What we really hope is if him and Deontay Wilder actually fight again first. I would really want this fight first. The way things are looking, especially with Texas opening up, it's going to be other regional footprints that's opening up. So we're going to have a live gate. Texas is the one that's 100% right now. It's 100%. So to be honest, you think Cowboy Stadium is not big enough? Shit, that's just big enough. Absolutely, it's big enough. So we'll see what happens. Knockout Boxing 86 TV in the building. Salute to you, man. He said it looked like a Glock 40. Yeah, I know it looked like a 40 caliber, bro. Yeah, that's not a 9 right there. You know what I'm saying? That looked like it's 40 or something, 40, 45, something like that. Either way, it looked like it has no problem sliding back. J8 in the building, salute. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. Check him out for boxing content, man. What's good with you? Hit the like. I appreciate you. Dion, might watch Ruiz versus Areola on Twitch. I'm watching that shit on this app called Replay. That's where I'm watching that shit at. I'm watching that shit on that app called Replay. For real. You know, I'm driving up to a local sports bar or something. You know, some Hooters, something, and get me some wings and see. I watch that shit for free. They're not getting my money. Like I didn't. No, it's not happening. How many of y'all paid for the PPVs this weekend? The UFC and Clarissa Shields, the all women PPV. How many people paid for that? Don't lie, because I know a lot of y'all was up there crack streaming that shit. 21 Strong say I wouldn't buy that fight if it's for $2. I don't know 21 Strong. Chris Areola and Andy Ruiz, I get it for $2 now. Shit. I get you saying all I need is goddamn 8 quarters. Cool, I'm there. I'm paying it, man. Stone Man, yeah, I keep on forgetting it. Stone Man Chip with a jackhammer in the motherfucker. Tell you that. Ain't Wilder knocked Areola out already. I don't see Areola being in the shoot to face Wilder. I don't see Areola defeating Andy Ruiz, first of all. You know, Andy Ruiz, they showing pictures of Andy Ruiz with these motherfucking, Jerome Bettis like quads he got, like he been playing football or something. And he's a shorter guy. I get it. You know, hey, I mean, it's good to know that his legs are in shape. What about that tombstone belly that was out there? What about the midsection? We're gonna see some type of indentation, some 4-pack, 6-pack, something. That's who a lot of people want to see face Deontay Wilder, though, if it's not Tyson Fury. They putting all the hope in Andy Ruiz because he stepped in there with Joshua. But what they're leaving out is poor, subpar performance in the rematch. I put Andy Ruiz in the same category, people, as Charles Martin. He went in there and cashed a check. The same thing Charles Martin did when he fought Anthony Joshua. Same exact thing. There's no way you're going to tell me you got that mesmerized with money to the point where you just said, fuck it, I ain't training for this shit. I'm going to take the flight over there to Saudi Arabia. I'm going to look like shit, but I'm going to get paid. Fuck my boxing history. It don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's fucked up, man. He is not one of the best heavyweights. He might be the first, but he's not one of the best. He's not. He said he'll watch them both on YouTube the next morning. I agree, man. Ruiz is probably gonna light Areola up. Man, at one point in time, I was really hoping Areola get himself together. But you know, at one point he was eating, he was undisciplined, and he was drinking. So that in itself is not a productive, combination when you're trying to be a validated title contender in the heavyweight division. That is not what you want to do. That's just like I used to say about Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller's weight used to increase all the time. I remember when he fought over 300, and he had no power transfer. Jarrell Miller was over 300 pounds fighting, and there was no power transfer. Kind of find out he was dirty. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to carry the weight and do what he had to do. But dude was picking up weight every fucking fight. To me, that's serious lack of discipline right now. You eating. But just like I said before, look at the champ. The champ looked like he can goddamn go 2 or 3 weeks without doing abs and still be good. They might put Forrest in there with Herkovic next. I'll watch that, man. That's a pretty good fight, man. I'll watch it. Of course, I'm going for Jerry Forrest. I'm going for Jerry Slugger Forrest. Hell yeah, I'm going for Forrest, man. He just need to fight Herkovic like he did Carlos Takam, but just a little bit smarter and a bit more active. That's what he needs to do to Herkovic. We need to shut this shit down, whatever going on with this hype train. You know what I'm saying? Deion saying stay on coke. I would like to see some of these guys fight King Kong like Wilder did. That's all I'm saying. Like, where are they? Like, why can't we get Joshua King Kong, Andy Ruiz King Kong? I really don't want to see Dillian White King Kong because I think that's an easy knockout for Luis Ortiz, even at his age. Not so much Alexander Povetkin either. But Joe Joyce, I like that. Joe Joyce. You got Trevor Bryan. He's the WBA world champion. That'd be a good fight, him and King Kong Ortiz. If you want to get that name up there, because the only 2 losses on King Kong record is from Deontay Wilder. So we can get that up there. Daniel Dubois, I really don't know who he's going to fight coming back. He needs somebody like I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I have to think who to put him with. But they have enough heavyweights up there to make it happen. Daniel Dubois, He may just need a mannequin out of a Macy's warehouse post pandemic because there's nobody in there. So just grab a mannequin and shit. Make sure they have 2 arms and legs. That's probably what Daniel Dubois. He don't have to worry about no jab. He just have to worry about getting slapped in the head with one of those damn hard ass arms or something. Besides that, he should have an easy route, man. Unanimous decision. He need to take at least about four. I would say 3 to 4 months strong and work on his defense. Daniel Dubois need to work on his defense because seeing Joe Joyce throw that slow ass slingshot like that piston jab out there and continue to hit the mark on Daniel Dubois. And I'm saying, move your head. Everybody saying, move your fucking head. And that eye just started to swell up to the point where his corner was like, damn, your eyes looking bad. Your eyes looking bad, bro. It'll be good, man, if King come, but I wouldn't want Luis Ortiz to get Joshua before for Deontay because I just think like I got mad respect for King Kong, I do, but being that the history has already been established between Wilder and Joshua, all the bullshit that happened, with him up there talking about he don't want Wilder in the ring, he don't want him doing this, he don't want him doing that. Tyson Fury, if you need me to help you train for Wilder, I can. He was doing all that bitch made type shit. He was really wearing a skirt up in that motherfucker. That's what Joshua was doing. He was really, just being antagonistic a bit. When you stand up here, oh, I help you train for somebody that you are potentially going to fight, that you want to fight in the future. I think it's really that type of bitch assness that people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Those menstrual cocktails. I think Joshua was sipping on that shit while he was practicing. Excuse me, mate. Anybody heard from Tyson Fury? Do you know if he accepted my challenge to help him, prepare for Deontay? Because we could never have him come across the pond. Oh, because I'm absolutely frightened. I'm afraid. I'm trying to retire early with all my marbles. But you see how hard that guy hit. I'm not trying to have him come across the pond and lay me out. I mean, let's be realistic here. I am the UK golden boy. Deontay Wilder, if he knocks me out, that is all over. Right, Eddie? Right, Eddie? Okay. That's all Joshua's trying to do. He's trying to stay in Eddie's good graces and his people's good graces as one of the most manufactured heavyweight champs ever. In order for him to get any type of validation, two things have to happen. He has to freaking fight Fury and Wilder. He has to fight Fury and Wilder, and he needs to beat them both. That's the only way. And that is one of the only times you will ever hear me provide a scenario like that. That's not in the best interest of Deontay Wilder. I'm just saying in general when it comes down to Anthony Joshua, because how he's been able to acquire his championship belts is a story behind it. Period. And we all know he one of the weakest heavyweight champs in the division. We know his jaw is suspect. We know the content that he has packed inside his jaw is the shit you can find on Halloween at the motherfucking store. All the little party gifts that you can get and the confetti shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pack that all in his chin. You know what that shit's made out of. You can go to the shop and order a Miracon Platinum Package #2. That'll give you all the chin ingredients that you need for Halloween, especially you plan on getting knocked out. But we'll see what happens, man. We will see what actually happens with that. I am looking forward to the return 2021. And the longer it is, I think the better it is because it's proven a point that they're still in court. The judge haven't made a decision. And there's hope, HOPE. There's hope that the champ can come back. And let's see what happens. Tyson Fury says he's never fighting Deontay again. So I'm saying, okay, if you're not fighting the man again, get off the belt. Get off the belt. Just vacate the motherfucker and go over there and fight Joshua. That's all you have to do. Vacate the motherfucker and go fight Joshua. Don't sit up here and act like you're a motherfucking crusader and shit, and you doing it for the boxing people. Like everybody's rooting for Tyson Fury. If you say you're never gonna step in the ring again, and you pretty much know what's going on in court, and let's just say it doesn't how you put it, the benediction is not in your favor. The conclusion is not in your favor. And you already made it perfectly clear with your ultimatum. You'll never step in the ring with Deontay Wilder again. Guess what? You need to come off that green and let's get boxing back to where it is in the heavyweight division. That's all we have to do. Let's get it. Because a lot of people here waiting for your return, champ. So let's get it. What y'all think about that Regis and Gervonta Davis? The Regis and Gervonta Davis debacle has came to the surface once again. I like it though. I like it. And first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Brian Norman. He's fighting Wednesday. My boy Brian Norman, the assassin. He's fighting Wednesday. He's fighting a pretty decent, tough opponent. And absolutely, man. Team Assassin, Brian Norman Jr., man. Straight out the ATL, man. We wishing you the best. Go in there and get that victory, my brother. And earn your 19th victory. For sure. If I could have went up there, I would have been up there, but I couldn't. But anyway, really wishing you the best, my brother. This Regis Prograis and Gervonta Davis. A part of me appreciates what he's trying to do with Mario Barrios. And then another part of me would absolutely be on a whole nother level of happiness if he stayed and fought Regis Prograis. If he went up there and picked up that world title from Mario Barrios, which is a tough quality opponent. I seen him fight the last time I was there for Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. I like Mario Barrios. I do. He's a tough dude, man. Can he get Tank? I think the fight is going to get nasty around the mid to late rounds. Seriously. I think Tank is definitely quicker than Barrios. And also, I'm just looking for Tank to be able to take those shots and break Barrios down. But is it a good, solid, quality fight? Absolutely it is. Now, for Gervonta Davis, this is where people will start to respect him just a little bit more. If he chooses to stay up there and fight a true 140-pounder in Regis Prograis, which Regis is a motherfucking dog. When I saw Regis walk to the ring, Regis was like, okay, he had his mask on, Rougarou. And this motherfucker was walking with conviction. Regis walked to the ring like you walking up on the motherfucking the school playground, the school how you put it? Yeah, the school playground. You got to fight. And you walking up there, you walking up there for this fight right quick. That's how Regis was strutting down the motherfucking aisle. He walked down that bitch. He was like strutting shoulders and shit. He got up in the ring and put on a damn good performance and got the stoppage. This fight would be a motherfucking tough one for Tank. It's a lot of opponents when I hear Tank name mixed in with that I would say Tank is going to take this. But Regis, I definitely don't give him that green light. That it's going to be automatic. I don't give it to him because Regis, he has that weight on him. He is the much bigger fighter. And he fits really nice up at 140. It's going to be one of those rock 'em, sock 'em, bang 'em out type of fights between these two. Real talk. It has the potential to be a war, dog. We've seen the way Regis eye look with Josh Taylor. Now, I'm gonna say one thing to you. If you've seen the way Regis eye look with Josh Taylor, right? You can only imagine what Tank's gonna do to him. I'm serious. One thing, if I know anything about Tank, seeing him fight and seeing him spar, this nigga accurate. Tank is a motherfucking sharpshooter. Seriously, it's not too many times Tank misses. Tank may take some time off, but when he gets ready to squeeze off, that shit is fully auto, and you better be willing to have your defense on point. He is accurate, and some of the shots that Tank can hit his opponent with come from way. I'm talking about points of entry that you never thought they would come from. This is in the hell of motherfucking Fist of Fury. He's able to throw these punches from different angles. I see both of these guys taking an extreme amount of damage. I want to say they're going to use the jab. The jab is being there somewhere, but it's going to come down to those power shots. It's going to come down to who's more durable. I truly believe both fighters are going to be able to land some very effective power punches. I do believe at first they are going to pace themselves, and that's the only time you're gonna have them throwing the 1-2, going to the body, going up top, just shit to get the timing down, get the reaction. Tank, he loves feinting. He's a motherfucking dog. Regis is a dog too. I've never seen Regis spar though, but I can tell you one thing: Tank is a motherfucking dog. That he is. As much as I be trying to say, damn, is this a 50-50 fight with Regis Progression and Gervonta? Is it a 50-50 fight, man? Y'all tell me what you think. Aaron say 50-50. Okay, Aaron said a 50-50 fight. I wonder why you say it's a 50-50 fight, man. If Tank's moving up 2 weight classes, right? He will be moving up 2 weight classes, Aaron. I got to put that disclosure in there, just like we did Mikey. Mikey was coming up 35 to 47, and Tank's last fight was at 30. So he's moving up 30, skipping over 35 to 40. Yes, sir. So him moving up 2 weight classes there, Aaron, what makes that fight 50-50? What do you see? Just one strong point of each fighter that makes that fight a 50-50. Is it the gas tank? Who has more resilience in the fight? Who has the better chin? What makes this a 50-50 scrap? I like Tank versus Regis over AB versus Regis. Of course, man. Of course we like that. Of course we want that shit. We want Tank versus Regis fights AB versus Regis. Of course, man. While in those Furies going back straight, stressing, so he rubbing it in. Yeah, man. I hope he be stressed as he want to be, man. He want to keep on taking to the media now, talking about how he's all disappointed and he misses the sport. He's real looking forward to be back in the sport by now. But Deontay Wilder's just taking his time. No, motherfucker, you wait. Sit your gargantuan ass down and drink. Go ahead. Get yourself right. Get that knock. Get yourself knocked the fuck out. Go ahead. So you can get on down the post fight. Please, Mr. Fury, over here. Tyson, over here. Just can I get a moment with him for? Okay. Tyson. Oh, what a war for 2 rounds, Tyson. Can you just explain to us, Tyson, what went wrong? I mean, you was able to get the stoppage in the 7th in the rematch, but this time, it almost reminded us of the Deontay Wilder of old. Did you feel his punches even more this time? I mean, what is it? Well, you went down like you did in the 12th round in the first fight, but this time you didn't get up. Please explain to us, Fury. What was it? Because what we're thinking right now, you did actually have loaded gloves. You know what I'm saying? You got knocked the fuck out, just like, you know, several other his opponents. We just want to know what were you thinking in the second round when you were stretched out and the referee, you know what I'm saying, was counting. You know, what was the count you heard in your head? Did you know he was already at 15? What did you think? I think he's gonna knock him out early. They rematch. He'll knock him out early, bro. Brian Norman and size don't matter with Tank. He can close the distance, and Brian's a big kid. That's why Tank spars bigger fighters. But check this out. What's going on? King Mitch in the building. Salute. Southpaw versus Southpaw matches as well. Yeah, real talk. But for Tank, he's been there before. That is a good point. You know what I'm saying? Tank's been there before, where he spars an orthodox or southpaw. But let me tell you something about Gervonta Davis sparring bigger dudes. He's not sparring bigger dudes like you think anymore, because I know this shit because I speak to certain people behind the scenes. He was hurting his hands. Like, he was trying to spar bigger dudes. And look, even if you move around with those big guys, they're going to land some punches on you. So if you want to prove a point being in a lighter weight class, sparring bigger dudes, don't get mad when you're in your 30s and people can barely understand what the fuck you talking about. Pugilistic is real. Pugilistic is real. Dementia is real. People will look at a boxer and go through his fights and say, I can't really see where he took a lot of punishment in the ring. I mean, you know, even his losses, I don't see where he take the punishment. And then you got to wonder, how were they sparring? Some of these guys were sparring a lot. Some were sparring heavier guys, which landed harder punches. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on, you know, you're just not relieved from damage and impact because you have headgear on. Headgear, you can get knocked out just as cold too. You know what I'm saying? So that accumulated with everything else, yeah, it can get crazy. But I really want to see that fight. I want to see Regis, Gervonta Davis, PPV. Yes, sir. I want to see that fight right there. I don't want to see AB Regis. I want to see, because I know punches are going to be thrown with Regis Prograis and Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, Regis Prograis. I know that motherfucking, it's going to be a war. I know that shit for 12 rounds. It's going to be on. It's going to be 4th of July, period. No matter what month it is, it's going to be on. It's going to be entertaining as hell. I do not want to see AB in that equation. Seriously. I don't. 21 strong. So I like Regis at 140. He has been at the weight longer and been in with top guys at 140. Listen, Regis, he knocked out Julius Ndongo in 2 rounds. And he was bragging about it because Crawford stopped Julius Ndongo in 3. But that's neither here nor there. I was just putting a light history fact out there. But when it comes down to right now in their boxing careers, yes, sir. Absolutely. PPV, people will see it. People will see it. Yes. I think Floyd should really consider, if he believes that Gervonta is ready, because that's going to be a tough fight for him. If he believes Gervonta is ready, let's do it. He goes in here and is successful with Mario Barrios. Let's see him and Regis. That'll carry the momentum over from Mario Barrios over to freaking Regis Prograis. That's exactly what Gervonta needs. And in the meanwhile, in the lightweight division, they have to figure out who's next there. You know what I'm saying? That sounds very well. That sounds like a good plot. Solid storyline. Great intro. And a suspenseful conclusion. Let's do it. Let's get Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's get him up here. Let's see if it can happen. You know, by the time they do get to it, it's going to be so much insults and derogatory shit said on Twitter. You see what Gervonta Davis said? I beat the shit out this bum ass nigga. And he can't believe that. But look, that's the way Tank thinks though. Tank talks shit from the first round to the 12th round. It didn't phase Brian Norman. Brian Norman wasn't saying shit. He was letting his hands motherfucking stamp the send button. Send. Pop, 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 pop. Send. Pop, 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 pop. That's all he was doing. But Gervonta, he talks shit all doing sparring. Now I've heard certain people talk shit and their hands ain't moving. I can tell you, I can affirm and attest that Davis is in the fight. He talking shit. He's setting your ass up for something. Regis don't come off. I haven't seen him spar one time, but Regis doesn't come off to me as a chump when it comes to sparring. He doesn't come off of me as a chump, man. I really hope this fight get made and doesn't just sizzle out just like a lot of damn matchups we see. Seriously, I really hope this fight is made, bro. Y'all keep on talking y'all shit out here on YTC. Keep this shit hot. Motherfucking, you know, if you got to go away from the stove just a little bit, turn that bitch down just a little bit, but still have these fights in the damn, have them in the pan cooking. We need to keep some of this shit cooking because boxing is tripping right now. Boxing is tripping. Like, I really think a lot of people caught COVID on the night that Canelo and Anthony Yildirim was in there. Seriously, that shit was motherfucking, it was pre-planned. It was premeditated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers got that shit through the screen looking at that fight. A lot of new cases happened when they was looking at the Canelo Anthony Yildirim fight. Excuse me. We have a total of 56,000 new cases, and mostly all of them paid for the Canelo and Anthony Yildirim fight. We're trying to get vaccines out to them as quick as possible. Thank you. Oh, the press conferences, Jay. Oh my God. What? Look, the press conferences. What? That shit is just gonna be. Oh my God, that's gonna be elite status. I think the press conference between Regis and Tank is gonna be better than Jamel Charlo and Tony Harrison. I think it's gonna top that because we really haven't had a press conference like Harrison Charlo. I think this right here, absolutely. Regis ain't gonna be motherfucking intimidated by nothing Tank has. Tank is not gonna be intimidated. It's all about who got the most dog in them. This is a tough fight. I ain't gonna lie. I know somebody said 50-50. But man, I gotta go 55-45, dog. I have to give 55-45 for real. Oh man. 55-45. Is it enough? 55-45. Shit. And y'all probably wonder who I'm going 55 and who's the 45. God damn. Man, I'm going 55-45 Tank, dog. 55 Tank, 45 Regis. The reason why I'm doing that, Tank should feel a bit better at 140. I've seen him spar already above 140. And he had no problem going, like he came in there and they was off the clock. The first sparring session, him and Brian Norman. They was off the fucking clock. And then the second one, they went 15 to 20 rounds, I believe. So I'm looking at that measure of Gervonta sparring as many rounds as he did that day and going in here with Regis. I'm not saying Regis can't do it. I'm just saying in general, y'all, that I've seen it. Javante is gonna feel a little bit better over that 140. And if Regis' face can handle the amount of accuracy that Tank is gonna send to his mailbox early, I'm talking about it's gonna be signed and delivered. It's gonna be FedEx, motherfucker. Believe that. It's not like Regis is gonna be avoiding all. Regis get hit. Tank get hit. It's just gonna all come down to it when Tank starts to send that 10-round clip of punch combinations. I'm curious to know how Regis handles it because it's crucial. Tank is a sharpshooter. He's surgical in that motherfucker when he started to let his 10 punches go. I've seen it as close as I can see it without getting hit. The motherfucker is surgical, dog. Y'all look at that little light skinned nigga, man. You say, man, Tank's so smart. I'm telling you, Tank is Baltimore from the mud. That it ain't no other way to put the shit, dog. You have to see Tank fight, but yet you have to see him spar. I have to give him that 55-45. I do. It's gonna be up to Regis to prove me wrong and to tap into, see if Tank's been undisciplined. But seeing him be about 145, 150. He was about 145, 150 when he was up his sparring Brian now. And he had some crazy power. He they was banging it out in there. I ain't gonna lie, they was banging it out. They made Tank. Let me see, y'all like Tank versus Regis rather than AB versus. They made Tank. They mad Tank going up versus the bigger fighter, and the excuse is going to be, and what the excuse going to be now? Well, the way boxing is going on right now, my people, is this. It's not a whole lot of exciting fights with big names that's on the roster, that's official, that's contractually binded, right? So we should cheer on fights like this. We should. We need to cheer on the fights that we can get close to, like the Teofimo Lopez fight, man. A lot more people are going to tune into that Cambosis Teofimo Lopez because it's going to be on Triller. Mark my word. Mark my word. It's going to be on Triller. Mark my word when I tell you. Mark my word. Just because Triller picked it up, people want to say, "Oh man, I got to see how, I got to see how he look on Triller." He gonna look like any other. The way they have it set up is better than a lot of other people. They're gonna have artists, hip hop artists, and everything. They're gonna have all that shit. So, hold on for a second. But this fight right here, it may not. I don't want to shut it down before it happens. But they're talking a lot of shit, so it might happen after the Mario Barrios fight. I really hope it does, though. I really hope it does. Seriously. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. Hold up. I'm actually talking with Teal's dad. I'm trying to get Teofimo Lopez on here since I missed his interview. I haven't been able to get him back on here, but the link is sent and everything, so I'm hoping he pull up. I'm really hoping he pulls up. Seriously. I'm really hoping you pull up, man, because people was waiting on that interview, man. People wanted to hear them questions, including myself. I wanted to have some questions answered. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. So King Mitch said, I'm not really big on Regis though. Regis is a tough fighter, but as I seen him even before the Ndongo fight, I said this dude needs to move his head, man. He's not gonna have a long career taking that punishment. So when he fought Josh Taylor, I was saying, there you go. You know what I'm saying? They're taking pictures and both of their eyes are swole. I said, all you have to do is use defense, man. Use your foot movement. You don't have to stand there and bang it out and see who wheels break first. You're not gonna be able to do that with Gervonta Davis. I'm not really big on Regis though. Um, World Combat Sports, you seen King Mitch comment. What he say, man? What he say? Oh, Dion Washington, your Tank versus Regis is probably 50-50. That's a damn shame for Regis, though. He damn near welterweight. Shouldn't be close with a guy coming from 130. Tank a better fighter than me. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, I can say this about what he said. Okay, the 50-50 can always be close. You know what I'm saying? The 50-50 can always be close. But we shouldn't really look at like what the weight is going to be on fight night. Gervonta walks around heavy in between fights too. So you trying to tell me he doesn't have to make 135? He got to do a fight camp for 140? Oh man, he's gonna be more healthier than ever, man. Like, dude, you're talking about a guy who cuts weight, and it's probably not the nicest thing that's in his fight camp. It's probably not the most accommodating and comfortable to do anything, you know? For real. I think he might just show up though. Tiafimo's pops just might show up. I think. Jay say all these dudes want to bang it out. With Tank. That is a recipe for an early fight. Tank gives you that impression. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to him banging it, Tank just give you that bad boy mentality, man. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, Tank is the worst one when it comes to interviews, but this ain't anything with personal. It's just the way he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tank, when it comes to boxing, what he's supposed to be doing, he's all for it. Motherfucker's tough. Tank is motherfucking tough, man. I think a lot of people always outside the window looking in at Tank and saying, that motherfucker this, that motherfucker that. But a punk, he isn't. A quitter, he isn't. A pussy, he ain't. Like, it's some dudes you say, man, if they was in the street, if they was in that street, like, there'd be a terror. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes you say that if they was in the street life, man, there'd be a terror. If they didn't have no structure to them, there'd be a terror. Man, he'd be a terror out that motherfucker, dog. What do you think about Haney versus Linares? I know J8 of all people. If it was anybody in this chat that loves just bringing up, man, this is one of the premier Haney Platinum members right here, J8. Nobody else will mention Haney except J8, for real. What do I think about it? I have really nothing to really speak on with that. I'm going to be honest. I really have very little to speak on with Jorge Linares. And this is what I'm going to tell you why. It is not anything dealing with hate or anything. All right. Nothing I do is dealing with hate. I don't wish anybody no hate on their shit. None of that. I'm not that person. But I look at his fight with Jorge Linares in the scheme of things when he's trying to build up enough Wall Street, so to speak, in the lightweight division for Teofimo Lopez to say, you know what, you're fighting Jorge Linares. Yeah, that's a common opponent, and Vasil Lomachenko. The only way it can probably pique interest of Teofimo if he stops him in the first round. If he gives us that Wilder Dominique Brazil, boom, 2 minutes, you out, done, gone. Get up out of here. The shower's running. Okay, I'm on my way back there. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. But if you're fighting Linares, who has been stopped several times in his career, and you go the distance with him again, OMG. I was really hoping and anticipating that Devin Haney fights Javier Fortuna or Vasyl Lomachenko. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. He said, nigga got a platinum membership. Hey, have your platinum membership. But listen, J.A., listen, J. Ocho. All right. Juliet Ocho, remember, as much as you in the live chat, if the fight ever get made, I want you to stay close, my brother. It's just a word of advice. Stay close to WCS live chat so we can definitely get that cash app popping. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure the cash app is well taken care of. We got to place that bet because from what I'm hearing, Jay, it's a lot of y'all that's going for Team Haney, but you're not willing to put no money up because you lack the confidence. You know what I'm saying? You lack the confidence. You unsure. You just want to see it play out and then come up here and say, okay, it's a 6th round. I'm betting now. It ain't going to work out that way. No. Mm-mm. And then, by the way, Dion, let me ask you this too. If J8 is a platinum member, why aren't you playing a more intricate role in finding them a decent opponent? Like, what about Javier Fortuna? All this back and forth hoopla going on with them and the boxing voice, and I thought the check was wrote and they was gonna have the fight and this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, Eddie Hearn up here talking about, hey, I never stopped, negotiating for Jorge Linares. So that fight's been on. Okay, so it was just a show. So now we have to wait and see Jorge Linares kicks off. What's going to pique your interest to say, okay, is there anything he can do? Is there anything that Hank can do or come out of that fight with that will allow you to smile just a little bit more if T.O. decides to take this fight? What can he do? Go the distance? Go the distance. What are we looking for from a fighter who's been stopped all 5 of his losses? What can the WBC world champion do to Linares so that we can respect? The only thing I see that he's able to do is give him that Teofimo Lopez, Mason Menard finish. First fucking round. Let it all go. Let it go. That's all we want to see. Let it go, period. Let your hands go. Linares has a cool little boxing pedigree, but it would be a letdown if Haney doesn't get the KO or stoppage, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Dion say Haney fighting everybody leftovers. See, if I say that shit, I get called out my name. I'm hating. And I'm just saying what Dion's saying. I'm saying you fighting common opponents that's really leftovers of people that's in your division. Now, I get it. Y'all trying y'all best. They did the same thing up at welterweight. Terrence Crawford, you need to fight somebody arrow fought. And, Sean Porter would be his second one if it happened. But in this particular case, why aren't y'all trying to fight Teofimo Lopez's leftovers? A Nakatani Comey, Vasyl Lomachenko. We can't make the fight with Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko. What's with all this talk, and saying, this fight might be made, this, that, and the other, but yet Jorge Linares' name is still in the motherfucking envelope. Isn't Lomachenko versus Haney a bigger name than Vasyl Lomachenko fighting Masayoshi Nakatani? I would think it is. But then again, Nakatani's been in there with Haney and came back and stopped Felix Verdejo. So people may be looking at Vasyl Lomachenko, Vasyl Lomachenko and Nakatani is a bigger fight than Lomachenko Haney. Because coming off a Gamboa fight, that's not it. That's not it. But catching Lomachenko off a Teofimo Lopez fight and then catching Nakatani off a Verdejo fight, absolutely, man. That's a bigger fight to me. The anticipation is there. A lot of people like Felix Verdejo. Really, that'll be a damn good fight. He has to deal with the height. Of course, we want to see, can he do it in better fashion than Teo? I don't know, man. That's a problem right there for Lomachenko. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. I see a lot of problems, Nakatani versus Lomachenko, but I could care less because I am not a Lomachenko fan, period. I'm sitting here watching Povetkin KO White on loop. Well, you got to explain that. EA, you have to explain why Haney and Loma is a better fight. You have to explain it. Do you think that's a fight that Haney truly wants? You have to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself, is that a fight that Haney truly wants? I'm just being honest. Is it a fight he really wants? I just hope the fight is made one way or the other. I hope it's made one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Nakatani will stop Loma. That's what I think too, man. I just say if he fight the way he did against Verdejo and have that motherfucking Japanese warrior spirit, man, I don't think Loma's gonna have enough to outdo Nakatani. It'll be a good fight because Haney is a bigger name. Well, right now, let's understand one thing, EA. All right, whoever you might be, because so many people come in on the crazy accounts. I really don't know who you might be, but check this out. I can't dispute he has a big name. He does have a name. You can't dilute his name, right? Haney has a name, but when it comes down to right now, what we have playing out in the lightweight division, it takes more than name. Why? Because you have potential fights that's out there that could be on PPV. Hold on for a second. I'm talking to T.O.'s dad. I'm gonna see if both of them gonna be on here. His dad. If it's his dad, I just need to find out what's the situation gonna be. I'm trying to find out some little information, to be honest. I want to find out some more information. Okay, back to what EA was saying. No ifs, ands, or but he has a name, okay? But listen, his name has to match his performance right now. You have so many fights that's going on in the lightweight division, and no one even knows who's going to be matched up with who because everybody's freaking picking other people. Just think about it. It was a point in time several weeks ago where I was saying, man, lightweight division has all these names and they're not fighting one another. It is so out of control and chaotic in that division right now. The only one that has sanity in that entire division, the only two people that have sanity, believe it or not, I'm talking about the top names. The only two that has sanity is Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis. And this is, I'm going to tell you why. Because I've heard Haney, Bill, go from Javier Fortuna to Vasil Lomachenko to Teofimo Lopez to freaking Ryan Garcia. Then from Ryan Garcia, he went back to he got Ryan Garcia, he went back to Javier Fortuna. No, he had Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Jorge Linares, to Javier Fortuna, back to Jorge Linares. That in itself is a motherfucking search party for an opponent. I ain't gonna lie, that shit's crazy, y'all. So that's why I say it's mayhem. Then you have Ryan Lion Garcia, right? So Ryan Lion Garcia, in a sense, we already know what he did. He defeated Luke Campbell, no big deal. But he was calling out Gervonta Davis and Manny Pacquiao, still trying to convince us that he want that fight. Okay, so be it. You capping, one of the biggest cappers, and we don't know what the fuck he got going on. Who's next in line? Who's next? We already know what Teofimo Lopez is doing. He's fighting Kambosos. Who's next? With a big name that's supposed to be doing something. Gervonta Davis. Gervonta has went to the left to 130. Boom, knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Then he's still a player at 135. But he's talking about stepping up to 140 to pick up potentially pick up a world title from the WBA secondary belt with Mario Barrios. So he's stacking away divisions early, and he's only 25 years old. That's big shit. For real. You gotta look at it, man. That's smart. That's really smart. And I believe Teofimo Lopez would do the same thing down the line. He would do the same thing. He's going to put away. I believe Shakur Stevenson, that is exactly what he has going on right now. Went from 26. He's going to pick up a title at 30. I think he's going to stay down there and see can he unify that division. If he's able to get some big fights down there, make some money, he's going to move up to 135. And then, it's going to be really interesting. Of course, it's the same people down there. If Teofimo Lopez is still the undisputed champion down there, he's holding the belts, it's going to get very interesting for some nice fights. But when it comes down to Ryan Lion Garcia, I know they just put up an article, and Bill Haney was like, he believed that Ryan Lion Garcia should be removed from the WBC rankings. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because they refuse to sit up here and want to fight Devin Haney, so they should be removed from the rankings. Period. Get them the fuck out of there. Move them. Done. Get them the fuck out of there. He shouldn't be there. That's real talk. These motherfuckers just hopping around like it's Easter and shit. Like they having a good old time. They're going Easter egg. Let me pick that up and put it in my basket. Just going around acting goofy. Hey, man, you want a boiled egg? Who else is out here that can do something in the 135-pound division with the big name? They should take him out the rankings, man. This dude is just violating the shit. And if it's one thing I agree with Bill Haney on is that. I know he said the article, and I agree. They should remove him from the WBC rankings. So they're gonna if the WBC potentially may mandate Javier Fortuna and Ryan Garcia to fight, yes, do that so we can get this bullshit over with. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make it happen. And it's only a matter of time before Richard Comey gets another good fight. Don't sleep on Richard Comey. He just knocked out Jackson Marinez, who went the distance with Rolly Romero. Don't sleep on Richard Comey. He's going to be back in the picture real soon. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a rematch, but he's going to be in the picture real soon to fight some of these big names that's they consider in the what they was trying to consider them the Fab Four. You know what I'm saying? The Fab Five or whatever. So we'll see how that work. I wouldn't mind saying Richard Comey face Devin Haney if it presented itself. I wouldn't mind seeing Rolly go in and get beat up by Devin Haney. But I don't know, man. Rolly got power, though. Rolly a tough motherfucker, dog. There's one thing you can't say about Rolly. He ain't no bitch. Rolly ain't a bitch. He's a tough motherfucker. Believe that. Because Haney's a bigger name. Nah, he capping. But what fight would sell more? If you're talking about I'm telling you, man, that Japanese is picking up steam, man. But, you know, when it comes to names, Lomachenko, being that, you know, it's a little bit of history behind that with the franchise belt and all that, you know, I'd probably say Lomachenko Haney would sell better than Nakatani. But the only reason, EA, that I said Nakatani Lomachenko, because he's coming off a momentous win versus Felix Verdejo. Devin Haney's not coming off a momentous win against Yorkis Gamboa. It was just basic. It went the distance. But it was a thrill. You know what I'm saying? It was a thrill when we was talking about Nakatani. Masayuki Nakatani returned from 2 knockdowns. It was almost like Jerry Forrest and Fa. You know, he got knocked down several times in that fight and came back, you know, and what a lot of people thought he won. He battled back, but shit, Nakatani battled back and stopped Verdejo. That's why I was saying that fight might be a little bit bigger because of the problems he present for Lomachenko. See, Lomachenko and Devin Haney is damn near the same height. There's not that much of a disparity in that. But Nakatani and Lomachenko isn't. My boy Rolly just dropped a travel vid. Dropped a training vid today too. I'll have to check it out on IG. I'll check that shit out. Can't miss like Nakatani, honestly. I like Nakatani, obviously. I like him too, man. The difference between Tank and Tio is that they both move in the 140. But look who's Tio's calling out and see who's Tank calling out. So let me get this straight. So we're talking about potential because Tio has said many things. Tio said he moved in 140 and he may stay at 135 for a long time. So if by chance the WBC gives him that hallmark invitation and he's able to fight somebody, the winner out of Taylor Ramirez, then why not take it? Doesn't mean he needs to vacate his belts down here. You know what I'm saying? So he go up there, boom. He gets the shot. For Tank, I think he's facing, of course, a lesser of opponent because we don't know what's going to happen with the Ramirez and Taylor fight right now. The only one, in my opinion, that has somewhat of an open door invitation once the fight is made and finished is Teofimo Lopez. Now, of course, if I was sitting at 40 already, I would feel some type of way about that shit. I would say, man, how this dude coming up from 35 and he's jumping the line, man? Like, who is he going to defend those titles? I'm number one. Who, you know, it's all about the mandatory, though. You can be number one. That doesn't mean you're the mandatory. So, therefore, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that play out. I'm not against either fight. If Tio, gets that fight and gets the fight for the undisputed, I'm all for it. Real talk. I'm all for that fight. And then if Tank is able to step up there and fight Mario Barrios, I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like that fight, bro. I like that fight with Tank. You like Rolly. Look, Rolly is one of those cats that he's not a bad dude per se when you see him in person. He's not acting like an idiot. But when he fought Jackson Mariñez, he looked terrible to me. But he tightened up his game a little bit when he stepped back in there against his last opponent and got the win. He was much more boxing, authoritative, disciplined. Um, he showed patience to not be reckless like he was last time, just rushing in with his right hand, not really setting it up behind the jab. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot more than his last fight, so I commend him for that. I'm sleeping on Comey with my socks on and all the pillows on my bed with the TV on automatic timer after double dose of melatonin. Man, that's just disrespectful, dog. For real. This man ain't giving Richard Comey just one eyelid. You ain't gonna give my man one fucking eyelid, dog. You going off a former world champion? You gonna say he wasn't shit? And you can't just say, okay, maybe a single dose of melatonin so you can wake up and see the fight maybe still on. You trying to say a double dose so you can catch it in the morning. Damn, that's fucked up. That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful, bro. I want to quickly knock this out. I want to explain to you all something. I want to quickly knock this out. How semantics is getting in the way of some lethal strikes. One of the lethal strikes, we all know the legs are more damaging than the hands. We know that. But check this out. This is all around the mass media when it comes to combat sports. All right. On the left, this is what I spoke on previously. It is Yoel Romero that's actually delivering the knee, and it's Chris Weidman. Okay. On the right, you have the fight that just took place this past weekend, which is Peter Young. He was the former, at the time, he was the 135-pound champion. And the one that's on his knees, the brother in the green, is Aljamain Sterling. He's the challenger. Okay, in these two sequences, over the years, mixed martial arts have basically changed this rule as a grounded opponent. Now, what is a grounded opponent? It is an individual who let's just say you walk in the ring. You walk in the cage or whatever. In a boxing ring, a knockdown is considered any other of your body part that touches the canvas outside of the soles of your feet. All right. But in the cage, you can get knocked down and you're still good. It's according if you're still conscious or not. The referee can count you. The referee can look over you, not count you. But check this out. These two pictures right here are so similar. It just has to do with the point of contacts that's on the canvas. All right. So if you look to the left, Chris Weidman is being hit with a knee because both of his knees are off the canvas, and he was actually attempting to change levels on Yoel Romero because Weidman loved going in for the takedown. Yoel seen it, and he timed him explosively and knocked him unconscious after that freaking knee right there. But my point I'm trying to make is the only 2 points of contact is the soles of his feet on the canvas. The rule has changed periodically throughout the years. It was at a point, a grounded opponent, you had to have 4 points of contact. 4 points of contact outside of the soles of your feet. You can have your knees, and you can have your hands. Then they said, well, you can have both of your hands. That's a grounded opponent. Both of your hands on the canvas is a grounded opponent. Then you had people that was just sticking fingers down there. So I think the rule kind of changed where if you raise your opponent up one hand off the canvas, you can knee them then. If they had 2 hands on the canvas, you can lift one of them up and then you can knee them in the head. So what happened with Jermaine Sterling, the rule is now for a grounded opponent, you can have one of your knees. If one of your knees is touching the canvas outside the boundaries of the soles of your feet, You are considered a grounded opponent. Now, of course, you having one knee on the ground, your opponent has to take a bit more precaution in trying to strike with you. That means if they're going to throw a kick, they need to make sure the kick is to your body and not to your head. Because even if you kick somebody in the head and your opponent has one knee on the canvas, it's considered a grounded opponent. If someone comes in there and wind up and get a running start and kick you in the ribs, it's legal. It's legal. It is legal, y'all. So what Peter Yan did, he was frustrated. It was the fourth round. He was frustrated. He walks up to Aljamain Sterling, who had one knee on the ground and was probably trying to bait him in to come, go to the ground with him and execute some jiu-jitsu. And Yan, losing his discipline, losing his cool, he walked up to him and kneed him right in the side of the face. And Aljamain Sterling fell back and all the theatrics happened. He couldn't continue and all this other shit. Now, for those of you fight fans, you probably remember when John Jones fought Anthony Smith. John Jones kneed Anthony Smith illegally up against the cage, and the referee gave him time to recover, just like they gave Aljamain time to recover, right? The one decision Anthony Jones made since he was fighting John Jones was, I'm not going to go out like this because I catch hell. Motherfuckers would be trying to blow up my phone and shit, try to blow up my house, because he would have became light heavyweight champion if he would have said, I can't go on. But Anthony Smith went on, and he was beat via unanimous decision. Aljamain Sterling took a different route. He was kneed in the side of the face. He fell back. It was all theatrical. He couldn't continue. And, it was what it is. You can clearly see one knee is down. Man, they on his ass. They're on Aljamain Sterling's ass. I ain't gonna lie. Sir Ken in the building. Salute, man. So World Combat Sports, salute. Salute to the wrenches. And salute to the chat. Smash the like button. Can we all say two-time undisputed? What? Let's get it. For sure. Two-time. I'm going to get to that at World Combat Sports. Gary Russell Jr. versus Ray Vargas deal reached. Y'all been reading up on that. I've been waiting for it to happen, for it to become official. For sure. Appreciate you, Sir Ken, for dropping through, pulling up. But with Aljamain Sterling, man, he ended up winning the title. And he tossed the title down in the ring like he didn't want it and walked out. And he was all crying and shit. And I'm like, I'm saying to myself, why? You're not crying unless you're guilty of something. Because let's just say, for instance, that you was kneed in the head. It was painful, but nothing else came from it. You had time to recover. Why are you all emotional and crying? If they're going to award you the belt, take the belt, but yet you say into the microphone, I want an immediate rematch. If you feel that you could beat Peter Yan head up without the DQ, just go to the mic and say, hey, I want a rematch. Because these type of things happen sometime. Anthony Smith, when he was kneed by John Jones, he said, no, I'm okay. I'm ready to fight. Aljamain Sterling, he was placed in the same setting. He decided to bow out and get the belt. Some people will say bowing out, getting the belt, you get more money heading into the next fight. You go down the record books for receiving a championship. But check this out, people. Aljamain Sterling, the black guy with the green shorts, he's the first champion ever to receive a belt via DQ in the UFC. He's the first champion ever. That's not a stat that you want cemented to your name in mixed martial arts history. Aljamain Sterling was the first UFC world champion to receive his belt via disqualification due to illegal knee. I mean, that's you don't want that shit. That's just a little brief snippet I wanted to talk with you all about. You know what I'm saying? That's all. A brief snippet. Because when it comes down, he's gonna have to go in there and defend that shit. He's gonna have to go in there and defend it. He's gonna have to go in there and defend it. He's gonna have to get it done. If he cannot go in there and defeat Peter Yan and defend his belt, oh my God. So he had some people, right? It's so many video clips. Like he was crying, he was emotional, theatric, and then you see him in a party holding his belt, and this guy said, come on, Jermaine, just say I'm a UFC world champion. Go say it, man. You earned it. I guess he was hesitant at first. Saying, I'm a UFC world champion, and everybody's like, yeah. I mean, they're trying to boost his spirits up. It's not like he did something terribly wrong, but that's not the way you want to earn a belt. I'm serious. That's not the way you want to earn a belt, bro. But enough of that. So Gary Russell, man, I'm definitely looking forward to Gary Russell coming back. And I heard Ray Vargas, man, from what I'm looking at a couple of days ago on Box Rec. It's gonna be a good fight. It should on paper. I know. EA said, question, man. Let's say T.O. fight Haney and grab the two belts. Grab what two belts? Let's say T.O. fights Haney and grab the two belts. Which one is he's keeping the franchise or the regular? Because you don't think he's paying for both. I already told people what's gonna happen. Come on, Senior, jump on here. We can ask Senior. I'm waiting on him. Let me see if he hit me back yet. Let me see if he hit me back. Okay, he said give him 5 minutes. But I'm gonna tell you, this is how I feel this is gonna go down. Once T.O. defeats Devin Haney, which he will, he's gonna take that damn WBC world title, take pictures with it, do a press tour all around the world with that shit, and vacate it. That's all. He's gonna take it all around, just take it on a tour, and then he's gonna vacate it. Why? Because the whole point of him having the franchise belt is not to have mandatories. If he had the WBC world title, that means he's gonna have a mandatory. So T.O. might say, fuck it. I want to fight my mandatories. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's what he might say. Fuck it. I might fight my mandatories. I don't give a fuck. I might keep the WBC belt so I can have all the motherfuckers. Seriously. I see that happening, man. But you know what? If his dad pops on here in 5 minutes, I'm going to ask him for sure. I'm going to ask him because I need to know. So I won't have to guess no more. I'm going to straight up ask, hey, tell me something. Just want to know a little bit of info. Once he takes that title off Devin Haney, do y'all plan on selling it at auction? What you plan on doing with it? I just want to know. And then you'll get your answer, man. Seriously. Y'all have to ask that. Lamont, what's good? I definitely want to find out. But I've just been creating my own scenarios. I'm trying to see if we're going to get some company tonight, i.e., Lopez Sr., so he can answer some of the questions. Lamont Roach in the building. What's good? On the 27th. Yeah, on the 27th. I think I might be here. I think I might be here. Are you the real one? Are you the boxer there, Lamont Roach? Are you just under that name? Are you the real one? Or you just under that name, my brother? Because if so, I interviewed you out there when we was in Baltimore. I don't know if you remembered, but I got the receipts. If it's you, man, salute, bro, for pulling up. Dion said Lomachenko and Gary Russell Jr. rematch at 130 would be nice right now. It will, man, but that fight is so far off. That fight is so far off, bro. I don't think it's even nowhere even close. Like, I don't even think Lomachenko will take that tough fight right now. Even though Gary Russell moving up in 26, I don't see it, dog. I don't see him surprising us and saying, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this all to bed, put this shit to rest. I'm fighting freaking Gary Russell in a rematch. That's what we need. If Gary Russell want to make a splash, fight Lomachenko. They can fight at 130 because Lomachenko's talking about going back to 130 anyway. So this might be after he faced Nakatani. At Dion, I like Nakatani too. He behaves like a fighter even in adversity. I just think it's an easy game plan for Loma. Just special effects to Nakatani and Loma won't gas out like Verdejo did. Yeah, but he might turn old in that fight. He might turn old in that fight, man. Seriously. I'm hoping he does. Seriously, I'm not a Lomachenko fan. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, that's your name. You ain't the boxer. Okay, cool. I got you. All right, cool. Hey, shout out to Robinson Neal Boxing Academy. Dominique Robinson Neal over there. DeAndre the Matrix Robinson Neal. Jalen Prison over there. Angel Nonstop Gladney over there, if she's still there. Them just all the people I know over there. Mikhail, shout out to Micaiah. I think his name Micaiah. He's over there too. I just seen him boxing that amateur tournament. Shout out to Fred. Salute to Fred that's over there in that stable. Who else is over there that I forgot? Yashika. Shout out to Yashika over there. Solo. Salon Staley. Salute to you. That's over there in Columbia, South Carolina. Dion said he wants to rematch. Where you hear this at, that Dion? Where you heard he wants to rematch at? Where you see that at? All I want to know is, where did you hear that from? I just want to know right now. I want to know. Where did you get that info from? Where you get that at, that Dion? Where you get that he want a rematch at? Let me know, shouty. Hey, I don't know if I ever told y'all what happened down here in the... I haven't even told you what happened down here in the A, man. He always wanted to rematch Lomachenko. Yeah, but From what my understanding was, Lomachenko really didn't want to pull up on Gary Russell Jr. I mean, at 130, that would be good. That would be one weight class Gary's moving up, and then to give him prep if he want to, make a splash over here. 135. 135 is really where he should be right now. Gary Russell, 135 is really where he should be right now. Seriously, real talk. I'm just getting my light taken care of. We are waiting. That 130, 135 pound division better tighten up because Shakur, I think, can beat them all. Lamont, we can say 130, Lamont. But 135, shawty. He ain't walking through that. He ain't running that gauntlet. Shit. I mean, look, I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan for real. I don't see him going in there wiping out Teofimo Lopez. I don't see him just wiping them out like that. It'll be a tough fight between him and Gervonta. All the hitters that he have a history with. Haney, Lopez, Davis. It'll be tough fights for Shakur Stevenson. Real talk. It'll be tough. It'll be tough fights, man. I would even like to see, how he would do against freaking Nakatani. That's fucked up because we up here putting Nakatani off on everybody like he the gatekeeper. The man only has one loss, dog. He has one loss, man, for Teofimo Lopez. One freaking loss, dog. We up here putting him up there like he the gatekeeper. Mr. Gary Russell always said he wants the white boy again. Yeah, man. He may want him, but does Lomachenko want him, though? Does Lomachenko want Gary Russell? That's the big question. Is that it? Can we assure that? Gary Russell understands that if he lets that 126 title go, he won't get another shot. Yeah, he'll get another shot now. Not at 26, but he needs to get off of it. You've held it for a long time. Your shit is cemented. It's time to move on to better pastures if you believe that you can pick up another title. 30, I believe he can pick up a title. Hell, the IBF is vacant. Look, oh boy, lost it on the scales, man. Jojo Diaz. He already beat Jojo Diaz. Move up to 130 and fight Jojo Diaz again. Come on, man. It's opportunity for him to pick up a title quickly at 30. Quickly. Because I think Shakur Stevens is going to be in the front gate of Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton winner. I'm just assuming that. And then it gets a little bit complex when it comes to the WBC and the WBA. Because the WBA, Tank has that. The WBC, we already know Oscar Valdez. He said he wanted Shakur Stevens, and that shit has changed just like Ryan Garcia calling out Gervonta Davis, man. We don't fucking know. We don't fucking know, y'all. Shakur is good, but he got to get past 135.40, and Boots up there at 147 going to be a toss-up eventually. Man, y'all actually talking about Shakur at 135 already? He's already made the point to say that he's staying down at 130 as long as he can attempt to unify, if not become undisputed at the division. He's going to stay there for a minute. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Dion say, you done designated Nakatani as a gatekeeper? Damn, man. I could have sworn you was designating Nakatani. You know what I'm saying? But Nakatani is one of those guys that, because he's an Asian fighter, right? They're not giving him that first first off the trailer, like, when it comes to the talking points. They're not just showing him that love, say, hey, Nakatani. So his name kind of falls as if, he's not going to have a lot of boxers running up to him to fight because of what he did to Felix Verdejo. There's not going to be fighters running up to face Nakatani, bro. But if Lomachenko faces him, cool. I like it. I like it. I like Monster. But Monster is at 118 though. Monster is a unified champion at 118. Monster holds the WBA and the WBA and the IBF title. So what I'm hoping for is that, from what I'm thinking, since he just knocked out Jason Maloney, he go over there and fight John Casimiro. That'd be a good fight because Casimiro, the Filipino, he can fight his ass off. And let's just say Monster wins that. He has one other. We don't know who that's going to be because Nordino Bali and Nonito Donaire, they should fight one another. And if it's me, I'm thinking Nonito Donaire might pull it out over there with Nordino Bali. I'm just saying. I don't know, man. I know he an old cat, but Donaire, he looked better than what I thought, man, in there with Monster. He did, man. So we'll see how that works. But Monster's at 118. Who you should be concerned about at 122 is who's going to unify between Stephen Fulton or any of them other champions around there. I mean, that's who we got to be concerned about. That's a sleeper division right now. Seriously, the 122-pound division. Oh, Angelo Leo, even though he lost, man, he's still a contender. Seriously, he just got his title taken. He's still a contender. And then the other brother, I forgot his name. He's the other champion. So him and Stephen Fulton fights, that'll be solid. And then Emmanuel Navarrete. Emmanuel Navarrete has moved up to 126 right now, I believe. You got to keep your eye out on Navarrete. Navarrete is about to fight Diaz, right? That's gonna be a good fight, man. I like Emmanuel Navarrete, man, for real. Monster struggled with an over the hill Donaire. He better avoid Rigondeaux. Yeah, you know, I never forgot that Rigondeaux was down there, but I don't think he should get a shot next at Monster just because Monster is the one that just stopped Jason Maloney. I don't think Rigondeaux should get the title shot next, but he might get the title shot. He holds the WBA regular title. So he may get the title shot, bro. You never know. You never know. But a lot of people gonna struggle with Donaire, Dion. Dude is an issue, man. He's a problem. Come on, man. Don't throw Donaire, man. He's a motherfucking problem, dog. Where's he from? What's his country? That should tell you right. What's his country? If Nakatani wins, Haney must fight him next. Listen, once again, if Nakatani beats Lomachenko, hey, it'll be a blessing for Haney. I don't know, man. I don't know if he goes in there and beat Lomachenko, man. I really think Haney's gonna think twice about fighting him. Real talk, because ultimately, Devin Haney wants Teofimo Lopez for the belts. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. He ain't trying to face no tough ass fight in between time. Like, let's just say he fight Jorge Linares, and then next he has Nakatani, and it was a tough ass fight. And then he gets presented the Teofimo Lopez fight. You really think people ain't gonna be complaining? Oh, he's trying to get Devin Haney to fight now because he came off 2 tough fights. Well, shit. Hey, there's no mercy in this motherfucker. Teofimo Lopez went through 3 tough fights. He ran the gauntlet. Suleiman will tell Gary Russell, you are part of Evil O'Shawn franchise tag did not. Y'all they're keeping Gary Russell under the tree, man. Fourth and the bad boy. Hell yeah, Stephen Fourth and the bad boy, man. Yeah, the Filipinos, man. Nonito Donaire, man, is a Filipino fighter, dog. Enough said, period. That should tell you right there. Donaire ain't sweet. He aged, but he's still competitive. Hell yeah. Instinct, what's good? Have I seen Jahad Tucker? Yeah, man. Shout out to Jahad Tucker, bro. Shout out to Jahad Tucker, man. Who's Jahad Tucker? Over there in NYC doing this thing with Jay Prince and them, signed the Top Rank, and with Jackal Fitness AWD. Yeah. I know who Jahad Tucker is. Good dude. Solid fighter too. He's on the come up, man. Salute to Who Is Jahad Tucker. Make sure you check him out on IG. It's Who Is Jahad Tucker. I think it has Who Is _ Jahad Tucker. Deion Washington, but we saw what Rigondeaux did to a prime Donaire. That's my point. Yeah, man. But you have to understand that Rigondeaux is what, 42 years old now? He's 42, going on 43 this year. We'll see if he's that dude that never ages, because for him to be that old and drop down to 118 is amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's amazing that he's able to drop down to 118. It's amazing. At that age, oh my God, dog. You got a damn good nutrition, big homie, for real. Rick out was a beast. Hey, man, he had a real good nutritionist, dog. I don't know if he's still a beast or not, that shawty. That Deion. I don't know if Rigondeaux's still a beast. He still got some. I saw him do the same thing against Solis when he fought for the title. He was just pivoting out, catching with that right hook on the way out, man. He just kept it simple and won the title. But not to take nothing away from him, though. Shit, Rico's still solid right now, relying on the right hand and a little too much now. Though, plus, that's what I'm saying. He relying on the right hand, bro. Norman fights Wednesday. Shit. Norman fights Wednesday. I'm not sure if it's televised or not, but he fights Wednesday. Real talk. He talks Wednesday. Let me see if he's up. Okay, I text him. He fight Wednesday, so therefore, I don't know. They already on deck doing protocol and stuff like that. So Lopez Sr. might be on here. I'm not sure. I don't want to keep on teasing y'all, but hey, we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask about this belt. We're gonna put that to bed, man. We're gonna ask about this shit. Seriously, that's gonna be the first. It probably won't be the first because I wanna talk about how's the Triller situation going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to check on that. But yeah, Instinct. I was gonna hit him up. I'm not sure. Hold on for a second. Let's see if he'll pick up. Yeah, he didn't pick up. Might be asleep already. I don't know. It's a different time over there, right? I think it's a different time over there, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what time it is in. Oh, it's the same time. Only he might have been asleep already. Who knows? Or shaking out one. He might be shaking out right now. That's right. It might be shaking out, to be honest. What do you think about Jared Anderson? Let me see who this is. Oh, this is Junior Lopez.
Nigga, you think I did this shit on purpose?
Hey, what's going on with you, Junior? How you feeling today, man?
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, appreciate you pulling up once again, man. How's the
Yeah,
world tour been going for y'all?
I don't know. You see what I got in my hat?
What you got? Triller. I see. I see. So y'all been
That's all
over
I got.
there. Y'all been over there all week, huh?
That's all I gotta say, my friend. We're in good hands right now, and I'm loving it every day. All my struggles, all my 19 years doing this shit, got me where I'm at right now, and I'm just, it's just a blessing. Nobody knows the struggles we went through with my son to get where we at now. Nothing was given, we took it, and that's how we're doing it right now. We're taking everything from everybody, and we're building up our mark. Teofimo Lopez is the best fighter that ever lived. It's gonna be the best fighter that ever lived. I've been telling everybody that from the get go, and everybody's just laughing at me.
Hey, you told
Let
them.
them laugh. I
You
love it. I'm
told them.
laughing myself all the way to the bank, baby.
You are, dog. You
Yes,
did. You did tell him before he even had the world champion. You told him.
I told everybody. My son is the best fighter that ever lived. There ain't nobody could beat him. There's nobody could beat our code. It's this thing that I teach them is unbreakable. I'm that's why I'm one of the best coaches in the world.
Let me ask you this, Junior. With Triller, are you all planning on making them your parent promotion? Are y'all still going to be obligated to Bob Arum? And this is something you can't disclose yet.
Yeah, listen, we love Bob Arum. We love Top Rank. We have nothing, against them. My son got to get paid the way he's supposed to get paid. If everything goes by those rules, and then we down with them. We always been down with them. This is just one fight. I mean, nobody made a big ass fuss with when Jose Ramirez fought in the zone. So this is nothing different. Somebody else has done this. We just went with the guys that gave us the highest money. I mean, it's just common sense, right? You're gonna go from 1 million to 6 million. It's a big number. It's a big difference.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, and it was a very disrespectful offer. In parts of Top Rank, but then now they know what my son is worth. So let's see what happens. After this.
A big question from everybody there, Junior. This is the deal. I don't think this question has been asked before. You fight Devin Haney and you beat him for his world championship belt. Do you keep the belt for a little while and vacate it, or you just keep it period and face the mandatories that the WBC title has?
Listen, this kid is not gonna fight us. I mean, he could brag and say whatever the hell he wants to say, but at the end of the day, he's gonna price himself out. He knows my son is gonna beat him. We did it before. You know, so it doesn't really matter. I know this kid is not for real. And I know that my son is gonna do what he has to do. We're gonna get mandatories. We're gonna get mandatories. You know what I'm saying? So, like right now, we got the IBF mandatory. We got to take care of that first, and then continue. We fighting a guy that has done way better than Devin Haney. I mean, in the records, it looks better. He beat two world champions, and this guy deserves him. To fight us.
Yeah,
Devin Haney hasn't fought a top 10 dude. And they're over here talking all this smack. Back in the days, you had to earn what you had to fight the big top dudes, and that's what we're doing. We're keeping the sport clean, and we want boxing the way it's supposed to be.
absolutely. But how would that work there, Junior? If you did pick up his belt, how would it work? Would you keep it
We don't
or
need to
would you
go
vacate
backwards.
it?
But you're telling me to go backwards. I don't need to go backwards. We already won every belt in that division. We beat the man that was the man.
Oh no, I
Pound for
just didn't know
pound
how the
king.
process worked. Like I don't know, since you all have all the belts besides his, right? If you did fight him and take his belt, what does it do for you all? You just
It
vacate it
don't do
next week?
nothing for us. It don't do
Okay.
nothing for us because we already have the real belt. My son is the super lightweight champion at the WBC, and he's on top of this kid Devin Haney. He's on top of Javantis Davis. He's on top of everybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to prove anything no more. If we fight this kid, it's gonna be like going backwards. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want to fight us. Trust me. He's gonna price himself out. Yeah, I already know what's gonna happen. But we're here. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. I said we could fight him after we fight Gambosis. I mean, I got nothing against that. I mean, I'm just tired of this. I wanna show the world that my son is the real deal, and he could fight anybody he wants.
We
You
know
know,
that. We
we ain't
know
scared of
Theo
these
the
guys.
real
We ain't
deal.
scared of none of these guys, man. We took the challenges and we got the rewards.
What
Now we're
about
fighting for the
Devontae?
mandatory. Yeah, my son doesn't want to lose the IBF, and that's why
Okay.
we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? We want to be back to back, pound for pound kings. We go down, we go up, and we go at 140. We fight Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor, whoever wins out of those two guys. And come on, back to back, taking those four belts is beautiful. And that's what we want to
Hey,
do. There's a
hey,
lot of
Junior.
people. There's a lot of people. I know where you're coming from. I know what you're gonna say, but there's a lot of people telling us that they're gonna put us on the shelf. That ain't gonna happen. My son ain't no fucking Mikey Garcia. All right.
Oh
You
no,
know,
no.
we got four belts. We got four mandatories. So we ain't sitting down. Everybody thinking that that they're gonna freaking sit us down. That's not gonna happen. My son is gonna stay active, and I'm gonna make sure about that.
I wanted to ask you. I know Tio mentioned about Javante Tank Davis fight. Do you think that fight is something that's entertaining to you? PPV. You know,
Of course,
facing Javante.
those are great fights against guys that are hyped up in the business,
Yeah.
against guys that haven't done anything, but that's what the people want to see, so it's gonna be easy for us. It's gonna be easy for us because they're not in our level. We already got to the top level. We already fought those guys that made us even better. My son is not getting worse. My son is getting better. He's not even in his prime, and he's killing these guys. Man, I will put my son in there with anybody. I don't care. I mean, I could even build him up to 147 and fight
Yeah.
Sean Porter or whoever the hell wants to fight us. And I guarantee you, he will win. He cannot lose. He's better at the bigger weights than he is at a lightweight. Because we've been struggling to make this weight for 8 years. So whatever he does, it's just gonna be super. God, all I ask God is for health. That's it. I don't want nothing else. I don't want money. I don't want nothing. I just want health for all of
Mhm.
us.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
him, for me, for my family, and everything's gonna work fine because I know how to guide my son. I know how to take him to a higher level, you know, and trust me, Gambosis is in for a beat down. I mean, it's gonna be ugly. I feel really bad for this guy. And now he's talking shit. I'm gonna get him inside my head, and I'm gonna make sure that this kid goes in there wobbling, scared to death, because he is gonna be scared to death. My Manny Pacquiao, get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Oh, I spar with Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, listen. My son ain't no Manny Pacquiao, bro.
Yeah.
And he's gonna find out that night. He I like the kid, like he's coming in, like he's trying to show something that he ain't. Because once my son goes into that ring, it's easy to talk. But once you see my son right in front of your face, it's a different story. And he's done it millions of times already. So, this fight is gonna be so easy. I mean, it's gonna look so beautiful, and I can't wait. And I can't wait for everybody to tune in because this fight is gonna be huge.
Hey,
Huge. You gotta
Junior, I
see,
gotta ask you this
you know,
though. What can we look forward to with the undercard with Triller, man? I know y'all doing big things
oh
over
my
there for
God, you guys
mandatory.
don't even know, man. You guys don't even know, and I can't comment on that because we still haven't, officially done the deal. We still working with what's gonna happen. I don't know anything yet. But as soon as I know something, I'll let everybody know. But they gotta give me the okay. You know,
Hey,
um,
Junior,
it's just
after this live, I gotta hit you up quicker. It's not about Tio. I just want to ask you something about Triller. All right.
okay. No problem. No
All right,
problem.
cool.
But I mean, these people are so beautiful. I met up with Brian last week on Thursday, man. What a beautiful person. And
Kavanaugh?
and I even told him, I was like, I was talking with him and I said, you gotta make my son an action figure, bro. Like for real. Like you gotta make him an action figure because
Yeah.
he's like Superman, in real life. So it's so amazing, man. Like, whenever whenever you see my son fight, look at the crowd. That's what I look at.
Okay.
Nobody's on their fucking phones. Everybody's just watching him because they don't know what he's gonna do next. That's called entertainment, baby. And that's what I taught him since he was a little kid. You gotta entertain. You ain't worth shit if you don't entertain, you know. And he always kept that notion about himself. And that's why he speaks so clearly, so beautiful. Like I look at him and it inspires me the way he talks. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's on
Yeah,
another level from
what I
everybody
like
else.
about him, he does talk to the fans, man. I know he's hit another level of superstardom there, Junior, but yet he's one of the most well spoken guys. When you interviewing him on deck, when without the pandemic, he'll answer all your questions, no problem. You know what I'm
You
saying?
saw when he went. You saw when he went. "Meow, meow, meow, meow." I was cracking up. I was like, "Oh my god, this kid is crazy." You know.
He made the
Um.
duck video too. The duck video was
Yeah,
funny
that
too.
was from Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You know, the Kevin Hart does that, But I didn't know. I was like, after the interview, I was like, what the fuck was that? He goes, Dad, don't worry about it. Everybody gonna know what it is. And then he told me it was like from Kevin Hart, So he's amazing, man. Like he's up to date with everything, TikTok and all these apps and everything. He knows what he's doing. All I gotta do is teach him how to not lose.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what he's gonna do on I think it's May 29th. I'm not sure. What he's gonna do on May 29th is just gonna shock the whole world because Cambosis is perfect for our technique. That catch and shoot that he does, oh my God, it's gonna be better than the Magdaleno fight. You know,
Okay.
um, people are gonna see different things that nobody has ever done in the sport of boxing. Nobody's doing what he's doing. Nobody. I mean, the way his style is unspeakable. Like I don't know. That's my son, so I gotta look out for him. But I mean, other people know that because if they're not looking at their phones, it's because he's special. But
Yeah, for sure.
watch all the fights, and look at the crowd. Nobody's on the phone. Because they entertained, and that's what boxing needs. That fight with Lomachenko was a mastermind fight. And nobody else could have done it better. Lomachenko could beat anybody right now except my son, but he could beat everybody and make them look really bad.
Hmm.
I want to see this Devin fight with Lomachenko. Let's see if it happens. It's not.
Yeah, let's see if it happens. That's the big
It's not gonna
question.
happen.
Everything Boxing Sports salute. Appreciate your donation, my brother. Said the grind don't stop. You know it, man. It don't stop. Man, how long are y'all out there, Junior? How long y'all out there to see
We're gonna
Triller?
start camp. We already started camp. So he's feeling very, very healthy. You know, he's at 151, so we don't got to cut a lot of weight. You know, he always maintains. He's always running. You know, so we go to work again tomorrow. You know, he likes to work late, so we usually work around from 7 to like around 11. You know, and I can't wait, man. This is gonna be amazing.
And we just
Amazing. I'm
can't wait,
telling
man.
you.
This is the biggest mandatory ever, dog. This is the biggest mandatory fight ever.
It's gonna be huge. I mean, I'm telling you, it's gonna make more than 3 million pay-per-view buys. I
Mm,
guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Not 150,000 like supposedly the king of pay-per-view Tank Davis. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You're not a pay-per-view star just because you're on pay-per-view. You gotta sell tickets, baby. You know, and we're
you
gonna do
got to.
that, and we're gonna do that 1,000 times better than you. You know what I'm saying? Floyd already knows. Floyd doesn't even want to mess with us, man. You know, he already said, "Oh, we got to give Tank another fight, and then we'll fight Teofimo Lopez." Come on, how long they think that we're gonna stay at 135? They know better. You know, they go fight another punk right now at 140. Get out of here, man. You know, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting for the sport. You know, I
So
mean,
is it?
all these kids should be following my son. Should be trying to get those belts. I
Yeah,
mean, come on. We got all the belts. Why you ain't coming to get them? Come and
I
get the
said,
belt.
I
That
said Devin Haney should vacate his title and go into the WBA or the WBO and come a mandatory.
Yeah, but he's not gonna do that. You know, they pick their fights. They know who they look at this. They're going after Linares now.
Yeah,
Come on, a washed up old man. You know,
yeah. I don't know why, man. I don't know why Ryan
great.
Garcia. Ryan Garcia is the
Ryan
biggest capper
Luke
in there.
Campbell. Luke Campbell, the weakest link. You know, I even told Eddie Hearn, bro, that guy's a loser. That guy's gonna lose. He can't step up to the plate when the freaking shit matters. You know, he's
Yeah,
done it twice. You know, he just punks out. He had him. He fucking had him and let him fucking go. You know, that shows you. You know, and I feel bad for Luke because I like him. You know, he's a good guy. You know, but he's just a loser.
yeah.
You know, he
He's a
thinks
good guy
about
that loves
losing
coming
all
in
the time.
second there, Junior. He loves coming in
Yeah.
second.
Who?
That's Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell's love coming in second, man.
Oh, he's coming in?
No, Luke Campbell loves coming in second place.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought he was coming in right now. But
No,
anyway,
nah.
what I was trying to say is you can't. That's why they look for the weakest links. You don't see that, man? Come on. Who took all the chances? Nakatani, Comey, Lomachenko. Come on. We fight
I
freaking
agree.
King Kong.
I
And
agree.
listen. We beat King Kong, and they're gonna say that King Kong wasn't in as good. You know, he wasn't ready,
He wasn't
or
ready.
he was out of
Yeah.
shape, or something. It's never gonna stop, man. They're always gonna hate on my son. Always. You know, he
They said
showed the world he ain't
Lomachenko.
scared of nobody. Huh?
They said, okay, Lomachenko heading into that fight was top 2 pound for pound. But when T.O. beat him, he was washed up. He wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I say, man, you ain't gonna never give that man his credit, man.
And you know what? We got two fighters that we fought already and two knockouts. You know, so if it's easy, why can't they beat them? You know, I mean, Nakatani knocked out Verdejo in a beautiful manner. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Came
Colby
back.
knocked out Marinas, who everybody said beat Rolando Romero, and they don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now Loma's gonna come and he's gonna destroy another guy, and they're not gonna say nothing. You know,
But
we
look,
both.
Junior, y'all keep doing what you're
Yeah,
doing. Y'all keep doing what
that's
y'all
it.
doing.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, man. I love it, man, because if you don't got haters, you ain't making no money, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
you ain't
respect
making
it,
no
man.
money.
You follow all the
But I
hard
gotta
fighters.
go. I gotta do a lot of shit right now. I love you, man. Anytime you want to
Hey, bro, I
talk to
gotta
me,
hit you
bro,
up.
just let me know.
I gotta hit you up right quick, man.
All right.
On the phone.
Give me about 10 minutes because I gotta do something.
Okay. Okay, cool.
All right.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, that was Lopez Senior, but he's a junior. You know, his pops. I always appreciate chopping it up with him, man. Senior for president for Honduras. Yeah, I'm trying to set some shit up for that Triller. Um, we have a fight card popping off down here in the A that's going on with Jake Paul and Ben Askren. Being that I know both sides of the MMA, I'm actually trying to I'm definitely trying to lock in the interview with Ben Askren. With Jake Paul, I'm not saying I can't get it. It's all about when. But I just don't like putting my stuff out there. I'm trying to take advantage of these fights that's coming to the A. They're gonna be going down in Mercedes Benz. I'm trying to the wiggle. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that's popping. Like this weekend, say for instance, man, I was at a fight card, and then I went to a private party in a mansion. Private party for Trevor Bryant, the heavyweight champion of the world, WBA heavyweight champion of the world. It was packed up in there, man. I didn't have to pay to get up in there because I was taking pictures and shit. But I just wish it was I had more time, more of an itinerary of who was going to be there instead of trying to search, because it was it was people everywhere in that shit. It was people everywhere in that motherfucking dog. Shit. I was like, God damn. This is the picture that I took. Let me see, can I find it? This is just one of the pictures. I really didn't. I haven't really posted a lot of pictures because I ain't get in like 3:34. But this is y'all know who he is. That's DJ Self. He's been around for a minute. That's an OG in the game. You know, been on TV. He's one of the biggest DJs, DJ Self. He was out and about. But I took some pictures of some other cats. But I have to kind of find out who they were. You know, it was a lot of artists there and everything else. But then they have some more things that's popping off. It's going to be full speed for the next 2 months. Real talk. But I'm going to try to bring you, the WCS supporters, the exclusive, man. For real, especially with these Triller. Triller will be down here in the A. I'm definitely trying to make some work with that. And I got something else that's lined up. Y'all stay tuned. I ain't bullshitting you. You know, y'all should know by now I don't bullshit you but I just got to lock some shit in. We have another big fight card that's coming next month with some big names in the building. And I'm looking forward to get this interview. Like Georgia's opening up right now. Georgia's absolutely opening up. And the fact that they're having this Triller down here in Atlanta, right a little ways after All-Star weekend, it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty solid. I like it. I like that shit. But appreciate everything. Boxing and Sports was in the building, man. Y'all be sure to check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He be talking that boxing, man. And, you know, he's starting to bleed over into MMA. That's cool. That's good. That's good to see other channels cross thread, and that's good. Enhance your knowledge, your scope of reporting. That's all I got to say about it, man. You know, he be putting out some good boxing content, solid boxing content, him and Monty Brown. You know, check them out, man. Check them out. Miss, they sound like they have a huge plan for that undercard. Yes, sir. And of course, I'm trying to be nosy. I'm trying to have as many roots and branches in that motherfucker. Believe me. I'm trying to be in there with Triller. Triller's, look, they got some big shit planned, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to be a part of that media. Believe me. Trying. Solo dolo, making calls. I'm trying. Well, respect, if you don't mind, how many times a week Norman Jr. trains. Don't nobody know how many times a week he trained. He trained periodically different places. He does. He does. He trains periodically in different places, and plus the man got a big fight for whoever you might be. It's not gonna make a difference. Hey, Brian Norman, I don't know, man. You can ask him. I can have him on here once he finish, and I can kind of get back with you on when he trains. Willie Lowe in the building, man. Salute to you. Stopping by to give a thumbs up and a holler at your brother. What's good, Willie? Hope you're doing great out there, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you pulling up. What's popping your way, man? Mitt say Ben Askren. Hey, T.O. becoming a Hollywood star. He is, man. He is. He's, what's going to sell it for him is the fact that he knows how to talk to people. He's user friendly when he talk to people. Outside the boxing, leave this boxing shit alone. He has his own little swag about him. If we're using swag still, I don't think so. But he has this own type of freaking machismo or bravado about him. You know what I'm saying? His persona. And he can talk to you. He'll tell you. If he fucking with you, fucking with you. If you don't, you don't. But people need to stop trying to make this a culture thing. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, T.O. is killing the culture, dog. He fits right in with the culture. I'm serious. If people keep on thinking like, oh man, he ain't dressing, I'm telling you, man, he doing some business boss shit. He's gonna kill, man. He's killing the culture behind the scenes, man. They setting up some big time shit, dog. Look at the Triller. Look at the Triller shit. Who would have thought he was gonna get 3.1 for a motherfucking mandatory like George Kambosos, man? That's killing the game, dog. But listen, I got to try to set up this. I got to call Lopez Sr. up and try to set some shit up, bro. It's been a pleasure, man. I've been on about 2.5 already anyway. But yeah, catch up with me tomorrow. Appreciate everyone for stopping through. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. And we should do this again.